Om Shanti. So today in the Murli, Baba is talking about creating thoughts of happiness. And in Sunday's Murli, Baba talked about experiencing peace in yoga and experiencing happiness in yoga. And in that Murli, Baba said something which was again a jewel of knowledge, because Baba is the treasure. Baba is the treasurer of jewels of knowledge. And Baba said, if you just sit in silence and you just think about I am a soul, you might get peace, but you will not get happiness. And there is a law which we need to understand, and that law is happiness is the product of good karma. Happiness doesn't come from not doing anything. Peace comes from not doing anything. Because peace is my original nature. So when I, the soul, detach from everything around me, the body and everything else, so I feel peaceful. But in order to experience happiness, I have to do karma. And what is karma? Thought, word, and action. So you want to feel happy, you think happy thoughts. If you create happy thoughts, you feel happy. Now, what are the happy thoughts that we can create? Baba says, you are right now in the most benevolent confluence age. You are sitting before the Supreme Father, taking your inheritance of purity from the Father, claiming your inheritance of a pure and happy world from the Father. It can't get better than this. So you are with Baba claiming your inheritance at this point of time, and you are journeying towards a world which is constantly full of happiness. So with every passing day, we are getting closer to Satyug. And what can be better than this? So Baba says you have to think about that. And Baba, very interestingly, Baba says something today. Baba says, this is the benevolent age. You call this the benevolent age. Even Satyug is not called the benevolent age. In Hindi we say Kalyankari Sangam Yug. And Baba says Kalyankari or benevolent is a word we use for Sangam Yug, not for Satyug. We use it for the confluence age, not for the golden age. Why? Because in the golden age, with every passing day, you're falling. But this is the age when with every passing day you are rising, you are becoming virtuous, you're becoming powerful. And this brings me to thinking about our idea of what is good and what is bad. Now there is a saying, all is well that ends well. all is well that ends well. But do you really understand that something is good if it ends nicely? Or do you think it should feel nice while it's going on? And mostly, the things that feel nice in the moment don't end nicely. And things that feel better in the moment, feel very uncomfortable in the moment, sometimes end very nicely. So, what is your idea of what is good and what is bad? That's very important. Because if we don't understand that all is well that ends well, and things that end well are good things. And if you understand, if you appreciate the ending well of something, then you will be able to appreciate the process, which is maybe a little uncomfortable. But then without the process, there is no end, or which will be very comfortable tomorrow. So the end have to, so sometimes, we don't understand this and we say that it felt very bad while it was happening. But then how did it end and what did it make you feel when it ended is very important. Now Baba says this whole confluence age is going to end in Satyug. And whatever is happening right now, you are under the canopy of Baba, and Baba is the ocean of knowledge, the ocean of powers, the ocean of purity. And when you are with Baba, you have the capacity to deal with everything. And when you have the capacity to deal with everything, nothing is more powerful than you. And Baba says, think about the benefits of this confluence age. While it lasts, you are in the lap of Baba, and Baba is giving you all that you need in order to cross every scene in the drama in the confluence age. And when it ends, you go to Satyug. So can it get better than this? So Baba says, just think about these things. So sometimes I have seen that when in school, some children are very good at solving maths problems. What they do is they buy new books and they sit and they keep solving problems, and that gives them happiness. So when you are knowledgeful in maths, solving maths equations is fun. So when you are knowledgeful as a soul, then the spiritual journey is fun. So Baba is giving us all the knowledge, all the powers, all the virtues that we need to cross every scene in the drama. Scenes that look very insurmountable to other people look very easy to us because we are knowledgeful, we are virtuous, we are powerful. And then Baba says that when you cross these scenes with what I am giving you, you become full of what I am giving you because you experiment and become an embodiment of experience. And then you go to that world of constant happiness. Now let us ask ourselves, does every second of this confluence age feel how it's supposed to feel to a Brahmin child? And if not, why am I not taking everything from Baba the way I'm supposed to take. Because Baba says, when you remember me, then you will become an embodiment of what I am giving you. But if you remember the old world, if you remember the world that is ridden with vices and problems, then you become an embodiment of that and you become very weak. So let me ask myself, do I really experience the diamond age? The confluence age is called the diamond age. Do I really experience the diamond age as the diamond age? And Baba says the golden age is the golden age, this is the diamond age. But if I'm not experiencing the diamond age as the diamond age, it has got to do something with my relationship with pressure. Because when a coal is changed into diamond, a lot of pressure is applied on it. And you don't become a diamond without any pressure. But what is my relationship with pressure? Do I understand that I have Baba with me? And with Baba, I'm in my capacity, in my complete capacity to handle every pressure that every scene of drama is giving me. And that pressure is designed to convert me to a diamond. And sometimes people say that everything is for the good. Even in Kali Yuga, you hear these things. But I don't think that for somebody who is not knowledgeful, virtuous, or powerful, everything is good, because it can kill you. It can break your spirit. Yes, it can make you lose hope. But when you are under the canopy of Baba, then nothing can break your spirit. Nothing can kill you, because you know you are eternal. And nothing can make you lose hope, because you're getting hope from Baba every day. And Baba says, when you are with me, actually everything is for the good. And you're the only children who can experience that everything is for good. And I really take a lot of pride in this, that I am able to see everything as good. Any pain, whether it's physical, emotional, financial, any pain is good enough if you learn from it and you know the right way to deal with it. And Baba says that after the pain there is the gain. And if you can appreciate the pain, the gain comes sooner. And also you are able to appreciate the gain much more. We know this, no pain, no gain. But how do you change a pain into a gain is the art that Baba is teaching us. People say this, but they don't teach you the art of doing that. So Baba says, this is the most benevolent age, and you better keep that in mind. And Baba today says that you have to become a trustee, and there is this promise that we make to Baba. Some things are really lost in translation, so I don't want to speak that in English. So there is this very nice promise in Hindi that we make to Baba. तुम्ही संग बैठूं, तुम्ही संग खाऊं, तुम्ही को दिल का हाल सुनाऊं. So I sit with you, I eat with you, and I always open my heart only before you. And then Baba says today in the Murli that many children don't understand what I eat with you means. And in yesterday's Murli, Baba talked about only hearing from Baba. Baba said that you only listen from me. Don't listen from anybody else. Don't listen to any gossip. Don't listen to any rubbish. And today Baba is talking about eating with Baba. And let me read that out to you what Baba is saying. Baba says, I eat with you, that is, I only eat from your treasure store. Your sustenance takes place here. Those who are surrendered are sustained here anyway. So there is one category of children who you call surrendered children. So those who live in the center, those who have a surrendered life, so-called, the name is surrendered life. So those children definitely eat from Baba's treasure store because they eat from whatever comes to Baba's treasure store, right? So they don't have an income of their own or they don't have resources. So whatever comes from Baba's treasure store, they eat that. Now Baba says, now there is a second thing that Baba is talking about. However, even those whose minds consider everything to belong to Baba and that they are just trustees and spend according to Srimad are sustained from Shiv Baba's treasure store. So now Baba says that even if you live in a household and you earn your income, you can still eat from Baba's treasure store if everything you earn, every single penny is spent according to Baba's Srimad. And do you know that body creates karma? You, the soul, create karma through the body. You create karma through the mind. And you create a lot of karma through wealth. So every penny you spend viciously, every penny you spend under the dictates of lust, anger, ego, attachment and greed is going to cost you. And Baba says that if you really use every penny that you earn according to Baba's Srimad, and what is Baba's Srimad about using every penny? Baba says use it for seva, spiritual seva. Use it for making souls knowledgeful, peaceful, loveful. Support Baba's yajna, which is doing that work with every penny that you earn. And Baba says, if you do that, then that household where you live is also Baba's treasure store. If you do that only. And then Baba says, note this, Baba says, by eating from Shiv Baba's treasure store, your hearts become clean and pure. If you really eat from a bhandara, where every penny is spent in spiritual seva, then by eating from that bhandara, your heart will become clean and pure. And if you eat from a bhandara where money is spent in vicious ways, then your heart, even if you are not doing personally any bad karma, your heart starts to accumulate the sin of where that money is spent. Now, I want to point out here that sometimes, children say that what is the difference between offering bhog at home and offering bhog in the center? And sometimes, on Thursday collectively, there is a Satgurvar bhog. And then there are some children who understand the importance of eating from Shiv Baba's Bhandara, and they contribute something for the bhog, and others say we offered bhog at home. But it's not the same thing, because any household is Shiv Baba's Bhandara only and only when everything you earn is spent for spiritual seva. And if not, that is just a household. And then you want to eat from Shiv Baba's Bhandara, it is a good idea to offer bhog in Shiv Baba's Bhandara. Because there is a lot of praise attached to the food that is prepared in Shiv Baba's Bhandara. And in Hindi you say, Shiv Baba ka Bhandara bharpoor, kal kantak sab dur. All your worries and sorrows finish when you eat from Shiv Baba's Bhandara. And today Baba says, Kal Kantak Dur means even Kal, which is untimely death, finishes. And you go to the land of immortality if you eat from Shiv Baba's Bhandara. So Baba says, try to create a household where everything, every single penny is used in spiritual seva. Try to create a lifestyle where you are 100% trustee of your mind, body and wealth. And only then will your heart be clean and pure. And Baba today says that it isn't that, so Baba says, by eating from Shiv Baba's treasure store, your hearts become clean and pure. It isn't that they are not eating from Shiv Baba's treasure store, though the householders who actually behave like trustees. To do everything according to Shiv Baba's directions is like eating from his treasure store. The treasure store you eat from is always full, and it takes away your sorrow and suffering. After this, you will never experience untimely death. Shiv Baba only comes at this time and his praise is sung. The birthday of Shiva is also celebrated, but no one knows what his treasure store is like. Now there is another thing about, sometimes the woman of the family is Baba's child, and the man who is the earning member is not Baba's child. And then when the question of seva arises, the question of, participating in the expenses of the center or the yajna arises, then I have seen that sisters usually say, I am not earning, so I have to take permission from my husband, or I have to ask my husband to contribute. Yes, this is something that usually women say. Now, times are changing, and I really want to bring this point forward that there is a lot of discussion about unpaid work done by women in a family. So sometimes, this idea that because I'm not paid, I'm not entitled to anything. So this thing has to go away. Even if you are not paid, that household is yours. You are the creator of that household. And you should feel you have a right in that household. And when you have a right in that household, you have a right to make it Baba's treasure store. It is very important to address this issue because sometimes you feel that because there is no income, so you don't belong there or you don't have a right. But it's not like that. And if somebody makes you believe it is so, then they are wrong in doing that and you assert your right. And this is something I want to talk about because I feel there is a problem when the creator of the household, the woman, talks like this and says that I have to ask or I have to. Discussion is something else. You can discuss things, but permission, no, you don't need permission. Because you are maintaining the household and you have every right to every single penny coming in that household. So that's something also that I want to bring forward because times are changing now and women are also earning their income, and even if you're not earning that income, there is an opportunity cost because you can earn that income. And earlier there was no opportunity cost, maybe because you wouldn't have done anything otherwise, but these days there are opportunities and you could have done, and you are making a choice, and then there is an opportunity cost and you are entitled to it. And it's not about claiming what's yours, it's about knowing what's yours more than claiming it. Because it's knowing what yours is about self-respect. It creates your self-respect. So this is also something that I want to bring into notice, and every Baba's child should understand the importance of using wealth for seva and do that. And when you do that, as Baba said, your heart becomes clean and pure. And you have to experiment with this to experience this. And then Baba in the Murli today says that all devotees remember God, but they don't know who God is. Because of not knowing God, they believe many to be God. You children now have to give the introduction of the true Father. Now you see that in the world, people are going and worshipping human beings and saying this is God. Vicious human beings are being worshipped as God. Why? Because you are not going and telling them who God is. So that burden lies on you. Do you get it? So Baba says, you have to go and give the true introduction of Baba to everyone. And whenever you introduce someone, there are 6 things that need to be understood. The name, the form, the address, the qualities, the occupation, and your relationship with them. So Baba says, you have to give the full introduction of Baba to whomever you meet, because when they don't know Baba, they are believing everyone to be Baba. And then instead of claiming their inheritance, instead of having the benefit that comes from knowing Baba, they are having the disadvantage of thinking someone is Baba when they are not. So you are the ones who have to save them from that. And then I think I didn't finish my first point, which I raised today, which is about Sunday's Murli, being about happiness is the product of good karma. So Baba says that karma means thought, word, and action. So when you think happy thoughts, think the thoughts that make you feel fortunate and blessed, then you will experience happiness. And in that connection, just like today Baba is talking about thinking about the praise of this confluence age and how every second we are moving towards the golden age and how we are having access to Baba's treasure in this age. You think about that, and thinking about your powers, your virtues, the inheritance that you're getting from Baba will give you happiness. And all this has to be done very consciously. Yes, all this has to be done very consciously, because unconsciously you don't think happy thoughts. Do you? So every time you're just sitting, you're not making an effort, those thoughts are not happy thoughts. And then Baba says, when you speak the words that your mouth is supposed to speak, sweet words, words full of knowledge, words full of encouragement, words that uplift others, then those words will give you happiness. When you speak something that's wasteful, when you speak something that's putting someone else down, then that's not good karma, and that will take away your happiness. And have you noticed that? Have you noticed when you have spoken words that put another one down, or you have thoughts that put someone down, or you're thinking about someone's weaknesses, does it take away your happiness? It does, yes. So that means that happiness is the product of good karma. And when you want to be happy, you think the thoughts that Baba is asking you to think. You speak the words according to Srimad, and you do karma, which makes everyone full of knowledge, power, and virtues. Yes, so you cook food in the remembrance of Baba. You help them in a way that makes them knowledgeful, pure, loveful, blissful, powerful. So Baba says all this karma is going to, and one aspect of that is supporting the yajna. When you do that, then that's action which gives you a lot of happiness, because that's good karma. And I will also share one experience with you. So there is someone I know from earlier times, and that friend approached me some days back, and then she said that these days I feel disinterested in the world as it is, and I feel a disinterest in whatever is going on around me. And then she said, I think I'm becoming spiritual. So I think I'm attracted to spirituality. So I told her that I don't know about your idea of spirituality, but for me, spirituality is a path that requires great enthusiasm and great interest. This is not something you can do without interest and enthusiasm. And what I have understood on this path is that if you can count on a scale of 1 to 10, then you can lead a life, a functional life, if you are on the number 5 in enthusiasm and happiness. But if you want to lead a good spiritual life, then you have to be a 10 on that scale of interest and enthusiasm. And it requires great interest, great enthusiasm to wake up at 3:30 every day and then do seva all day and always keep a track of your thoughts and be very consciously peaceful and knowledgeful and happy, and then taking note of whatever you're speaking and however you're conducting yourself and making it full of energy all the time, because your energy cannot dip. When you're pure, you're peaceful, it's a very vibrant state, and maintaining that all the time requires a lot of interest and a lot of enthusiasm. So this is the message I gave her, and then I said, you do the course, and then this is the tip I gave you before doing the course. So you have to buckle yourself up, and it's not like if you're disinterested you can be spiritual. And this is a very active path, and you have to embrace it very actively. So this is something I also want you to take note of. So create a very vibrant lifestyle, a lifestyle where even when you're meditating, you're very aware. It's not like you're dozing off, right? Meditation is also a very aware state. And I remember there is this saying about Buddha, and when Buddha became enlightened, then he looked very different. He was happy, he was feeling blissful, and that shone on his face. His face was radiating that happiness, that bliss, that peace. And then someone asked him, so who are you? So who are you who looks like this? And what does it take to look like this? And then Buddha said, I am awake. So when you are awake, you are like the sun that shines, and nothing should be able to take that away from an awake soul. So Baba says that you do all it takes to stay in that state of constant happiness. Every day Baba is telling us numerous tips, giving us numerous methods to stay in constant happiness and move to that world of constant happiness. And if we practice, we become like that. Om Shanti.